Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today, June 2nd, 2006, and the top crypto news is as follows. To start today's episode, let's go backwards and talk about Bitcoin's price, which reached up to $70,000, and essentially we stopped at our support, as you understand. And now we'll discuss the two reasons why Bitcoin's price fell so much, and everyone is talking about the first one, which we'll see from outside of Crypto News, where that news broke first. Let's say that MicroStrategy's company ultimately sold Bitcoin, as they had told us 3 weeks ago on Crypto News. We had broken that news, and they sold 32 Bitcoin for $2.5 million. Let's say now that, for the record, in December 2020, Strategy had sold 704 Bitcoin to realize tax losses and then started buying Bitcoin. After just 2 days, they had already bought 810 Bitcoin. So this shook the markets, as you understand, and also caused Strategy's stock to fall 5.85%, along with the rest of the crypto market that fell. Let's say now that, as MicroStrategy posted on X, they say their goal is to make STRC the best credit instrument on the planet. And what they've achieved is maintaining STRC's dividend at 11.5% for the fourth consecutive month. Something very difficult, and it's very important to maintain this so that Strategy's model remains alive. Specifically, the stock's VWAP reached $99.62, allowing Strategy to maintain stock trading close to their nominal value at $100. Maintaining STRC near par is critical to Strategy's ability to issue shares through its ATM program, generating capital for Bitcoin purchases, debt management, and other corporate financing needs. So, as you've already understood, this sale was made to maintain this VWAP of STRC close to $100 so that Strategy doesn't lose its strategy and can produce shares. So, for this reason, Crypto News considers that this sale was made so that Strategy could remain alive. Let's say that the only one who has remained steady is BitMine, which continues to buy Ethereum and bought $52 million in Ethereum. And this is the first main reason why Bitcoin's price plummeted. And now we'll go to the second one. And the second comes from Asia, and specifically the American military carried out attacks against Iraqi targets in Goruk and on Iran's Qishm Island in an action they characterized as self-defense attacks. Let's say that Iran announced on its part that it's suspending all negotiations with America and commits to completely blocking the Strait of Hormuz, according to CNBC. And the latest we know, after many tweets, which you can all find on Crypto News to have a complete picture, is that Trump stated that talks with Iran have restarted, and he estimates that in 1 week there will be a result. Moving on to our news, and we'll go to something positive about Bitcoin's drop, which is that we managed to cover the CME gaps. As you can see in the image, we had various CME gaps that historically must be covered at some point. So at some point, Bitcoin's price would go down there. The last and most critical one was slightly below $70,000. And from Bitcoin's price, it's time to go to our ETPs, which have also recorded the biggest outflow for 2026 so far, as they lost $1.67 billion, of which $1.4 billion left Bitcoin and $257 million left Ethereum. And now you'll ask me where all this money goes, and the answer is to AI once again, as we learn that Alphabet, which is Google's parent company, plans to raise $80 billion from share sales for artificial intelligence development, while Anthropic, one of the biggest companies in the AI space, says it will become a public company. And in our last news item for today, we'll go to Toncoin, which has done 9.2% on the 7-day chart. And with Bitcoin being minus 8.5% on the 7-day, this is something very difficult for a coin to achieve. Let's say now, what's the reason Tone is happy? And this is Telegram's CEO, who wrote on his personal channel that Tonecoin will be renamed to Gram. The original proposed name for Telegram's coin before the project was dissolved and the community took it over, because it wasn't legal for them to do that at that time. Let's say that in his statements he said that the open network will keep the tone name despite the token name change, and this whole process will take about 3 weeks, so this was enough to make Tonecoin happy this period. And let's go to our beloved crypto market, where Bitcoin, as you understand, still stands at $70,000 for all the reasons we mentioned at the beginning of the episode. That wraps up the top news for Crypto Today, June 2nd. 2006. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.